Hello, my little honeybees. How are you doing? Do you want to come and watch another convention video with me?
No!
This one's headed Difficult Work Environment, and it's from the Friday afternoon of this year's convention. Whoa, and then we're at the end. Now, let me see if you can understand this, because I can't.
She's very stupid.
Let's start.
From 92 to 93, I worked in a technical assistance company. After a while, my boss would ask me to lie to the clients, telling them that they would receive new parts, when actually they were refurbished parts.
But he was naughty.
So I said, no way. I
Good for
wouldn't
you.
do that. I said I'd prefer to be fired than to do something that would displease Jehovah.
Right.
Not only that, but my
I'm
supervisor
trying to
was
stop the
verbally
wrong thing.
abusive.
Hang on. So she's not going to lie to people because it would displease Jehovah. Well, how about not lying to people just because you don't want to con people? Surely that should be the motivation. It's not, oh, Jehovah, it will do this or do that. No, it's about loving other people, treating them as you would want to be treated. So wouldn't that be better? And that in turn would please Jehovah. It's just it's just a straight line in the wrong direction. Now she's saying that her boss has been mean. So it's like, oh dear, let's have a look.
Sometimes he would throw my lunch in the trash on purpose, just
Right.
to be mean.
I shouldn't laugh, because bullying at work is actually a horrible and very serious thing. Did nothing happen as a consequence? Very strange, very strange. See, I'm a bit naughty, so I'd make lots of jokes about it and turn it around a little bit. But this is interesting to me because, okay, they've got millions of J-dubs to choose their stories about being, having a hard time at work. They've got myriads of brothers to choose from. And they've got this very weak story, quite honestly, that goes back to 92 and 93 she's talking about. Are you telling me they couldn't find a better story than this? Carry on.
Sometime later, my supervisor became very sick. I made the most of the opportunity to witness to him.
Hang on. What did she just say?
Sometime later, my supervisor became very sick. I made the most of the opportunity to witness to him.
And there you have it. His illness was an opportunity for her to witness to him. People wonder, how does someone get sucked into a cult? Well, it's when people are low, when they might be ill, they might be bereaved, they may be dying, and that's the opportunity.
He said that he had moved from the neighborhood, was studying the Bible, and that the brothers were visiting him at his home. Before he died, he said that he was very happy that he was learning about Jehovah. This showed me that with Jehovah's help, we can keep our integrity and also help others to get to know him.
Right, okay, before we go on to the next story, did that make sense to you? So he did actually die without getting baptized, don't forget. So it's not that spectacular an ending. I mean, what really happened, when we're faced with our mortality as he was, you're going to explore stuff. But, I mean, it's a bit of a weak story. But hey, perhaps this young chap's going to have a better one. Now, he's young, so this is going to be a very recent story, isn't it?
When I started my training as a bank clerk, my being one of Jehovah's Witnesses didn't seem to be a problem initially. Not much later, though, my superior called me in. She told me it actually would be a problem if customers saw me in the ministry and that I should simply stop preaching.
Right.
I explained to her that...
Okay, now he's from Germany. They're not slouches when it comes to, these days, to human rights. Sorry. I guess they learned the hard way, like a lot of us do. Now, legally, they can't say to someone, you have to stop preaching. That's not going to work, is it? They just legally, they would not do it. Banks are, if no one has noticed, they're huge, big entities, corporate entities. Sound familiar? Corporate entities with a big legal structure. Now, let alone what the country's own internal rules and regs are, the European Human Rights Act They would just have no right to say that to someone. And really, being a bank clerk, how would someone seeing him doing some ministry, like, why would that cause any problems? Is this making sense to you?
That I never intended to harm my employer's interests, but to stop preaching, I could not do that. I was still in my employment probation period. 2 weeks later, I was summoned to the Human Resources Department at the bank's headquarters. They politely requested I quit preaching. I should think twice about what was more important to me, my employer's interests or my ministry.
No, it doesn't
I
happen.
respectfully explained that to me, Jehovah is the most important, and that I would continue preaching. My probation period ended. My training continued, and during the rest of my apprenticeship, it was never mentioned again.
No, because
I
it's
am
illegal.
really grateful to Jehovah. It was He who gave me the strength not to compromise.
What? It doesn't make sense. And if you can hear the rumble, a neighbour thinks it's nice to mow their lawn every other day. I wish they'd come and do mine. And does that make sense to you? Really? It doesn't make sense. The whole thing would be totally illegal. It's totally illogical. And you just said, no, I'm not doing it. They're not quite as annoying as the videos last year, but they are equally pathetic. These ones that I'm watching seem a lot lower budget. Are they running out of money? Who knows? Well, let me know what you think. If just tell me if these videos made sense to you. And why did they bother putting them out? And why would anyone believe it? Thanks for your time watching.